This video will be providing you with 20 helpful study tips for choosing the FiO2 on the mechanical ventilation. Tip number 1. Fraction of inspired oxygen is the fraction of oxygen in the volume being measured. Tip number 2. Natural air includes 21% oxygen, which is equivalent to FiO2 of 0.21. Tip number 3. Medical patients experiencing difficulty breathing are provided with oxygen-enriched air, which means a higher than atmospheric FiO2 equals 0.21 up to 1. Tip number 4. FiO2 is typically maintained below 0.5 in mechanical ventilation. Tip number 5. Above 0.5 could cause oxygen toxicity and results in atelectasis and acute respiratory distress syndrome. High FiO2 levels wash out of the stronger nitrogen molecules and cause atelectasis. This is one method of patient developing acute respiratory distress syndrome. Tip number 6. The ratio of partial pressure arterial oxygen and fraction of inspired oxygen (BaO2 over FiO2) helps to determine the degree of any problems with how the lungs transfer oxygen to the blood. Tip number 7. To reach the goals of mechanical ventilation, you should use the lowest possible of FiO2. Tip number 8. In volume ventilation mode, FiO2 50%. If patient is hypoxemic, use 100%. When rapidly to FiO2 bigger than 50% if possible. Tip number 9. Pressure ventilation mode, same initial setting as volume control for FiO2. Tip number 10. Hyperoxemia has been reported to be a common condition in patients on mechanical ventilation when the set of FiO2 is 0.40. Tip number 11. The FiO2 should be set on the ventilator to achieve a patient's SpO2 of 95 to 97%, except in the patient who has acute respiratory distress syndrome. Tip number 12. When the SpO2 is 100%, you should turn the FiO2 down. Tip number 13. When the patient has acute respiratory distress syndrome, raise the FiO2 only high enough to keep the SpO2 between 88 to 92%, because the FiO2 will be above 60% and harmful. We want to give as low as possible. Tip number 14. To replace a patient in the ventilator who is a non-emergency patient, use 40 to 60% FiO2. Tip number 15. When you place an emergency patient post-CPR on the ventilator, use 100% FiO2. Tip number 16. When you place a carbon monoxide patient on the ventilator, use 100% FiO2. Tip number 17. Choose the correct FiO2 to give the patient the BaO2 you desire using this formula. Desired FiO2 equals desired BaO2 times patient's FiO2 over patient's BaO2. Tip number 18. When the patient's BaO2 is low and the FiO2 is less than 50%, increase the FaO2. When the patient's BaO2 is low and the FaO2 is 51% or less, increase the beat first, then increase the FiO2 second. Tip number 19. You can increase BaO2 by using FiO2 or PEEP. Tip number 20. When you increase the FiO2 on the ventilator policy, small change in behavior. This is warning sign of